You gotta get into the groove.
Okay, can you hear me now? Thank you very much for that, Dr. Lisa. Sorry about that, guys. I had my mute on, and obviously, no one is actually in the background helping me out to let me know that I had my mute on. So let me just repeat myself. Okay, so welcome everybody to another session, a weekly session of e-commerce, weekly e-commerce insights. This is all about e-commerce and some of the things that you can actually, ideas that you can use to create your e-commerce, online business, whether it be print on demand, whether it be selling products, whether it be selling digital products, a whole range of different things. We've had Karen just join us, and she's got a hashtag live. Karen thought it was just her that couldn't hear me. No, Karen, it was my fault. You know me. Sometimes I forget to take myself on mute and even change my screen. Anyway, as I was saying, this is all about e-commerce and how you can create your own e-commerce business online. And I've been involved with e-commerce since 2006. Started out as drop shipping, and I was drop shipping product. And if you don't know what drop shipping is, it's actually selling product from a supplier. And what they do is that they will ship it to your customer, and will have your business name on the invoice and everything else, so that when people buy the product of your store, they're not going to get two different names on the invoice. It's just going to be yours, your business name, and of course your details as well. So that's drop shipping. So they send on behalf of you, and obviously, it's your store that will get the recognition for the product. What I found over the years when I've been doing e-commerce, and especially drop shipping, is that you've just got to be careful who you purchase from. There are a lot of suppliers out there that promise the world and guarantee their products, but it really comes down to experience and having to use these different suppliers and find out for yourself. But I'm hoping that these sessions would give you a bit of insight as to who to use and who not to use. The easiest way to really get started is to do print on demand, which is POD for short, and that is actually having your designs printed on a T-shirt or socks or shoes or cups, mugs, what have you, and selling them online. Now, what happens is that the printer will create the prints for you once you receive a sale, and as soon as it's done, it will send it out to your customer. Right? And so that's how it's kind of done. It's just really drop shipping, really, but it's print on demand drop shipping. Most of the printers are basically, or providers or sellers or vendors, whatever you want to call them, are based overseas. I'm in New Zealand, so a lot of them are actually based in the US. And of course, there is quite a huge population in the US, so it's a great place to start. And I've always maintained that if you're going to get started, always use the population in the US is far more greater than it is here in New Zealand, and you can start selling in the US. There's no reasons why you can't sell in the US if you live outside of the US. No reason at all. And with these vendors being overseas, then it's a lot more quicker in terms of delivery. If you were going to deliver it overseas from the US, then I think the shortest really I had about 12 days, which I think is pretty good coming from the US. 12 days delivery for print on demand products. So that was reasonably good. It wasn't like 30 days or anything like that, but 12 days, 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks was really good. So they're getting much quicker and faster when it comes to delivering. So really this is about how creating a design, getting a design, creating a product and promoting it. And I've done various workshops on e-commerce and print on demand. I will still continue to do it because there's lots of little different things in print on demand that, some people just don't realize. And, to be quite honest, to actually try and put it all into a one session is never long enough, for that. The session needs to be longer. So I try and do all these little things over the shoulder type sort of things, so that hopefully you'll be able to sort of get the gist and start creating yourself. A lot of people think it's it's scary, sort of it's unknown territory for them when they first get into online business. They're not too sure where to start or what to do, or no real guidelines really. I know I never really had any back in 2006. Not really a lot of people were doing it back then, and so there's no real sort of instruction books back in those days. But there are now. There's a lot of different guides now that you can use, and some of them, too much reading goes over the top of your head. And I like to do kind of like the visual stuff and show people how to do it rather than kind of like just write about it. And often when you're even with videos and that, you may have questions, and if they're just replays or they're just like tutorial videos, you may have questions and you can't ask any questions. And that's what these sessions are all about. I do these live so that you can ask me questions throughout the session. So greetings, Nancy and Karen. Thanks for coming along. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to, one of the things that I'm going to probably tell you about is let's cover is where to get your designs, or do you want to create your own designs? Are you artistic? Are you creative? Can you create your own designs? In other words, can you, are you fairly arty with with paint or pens or what have you? You can create your own designs, or you can create them on a tablet using a digital art software. There's lots of different ways you can create art. But if you're not, if you're not sort of artistic, and you're sort of stuck for creative ideas or what to do, then there's a lot of ways that you can tap into getting ideas. And one of them is, of course, with the I guess with the introduction, or not so much the introduction, now it's been around for a while, is AI. And with ChatGPT, there's lots of places where you can actually create images. So there's ChatGPT, there's Gemini, there's Leonardo, there's DALL-E 3, which is part of ChatGPT. There's Microsoft Copilot. There's quite a few different places that you can actually create designs. And of course now AI is getting a lot more better, so the images are getting a lot more better. Text on images is getting a lot more better. But we're gonna look at AI, and then we're gonna also look at some of the platforms that are out there that you can actually get some inspiration or even get some images from. Okay, so let's look at AI first, and I'm going to share my screen. And I think we'll go window. Right. So hopefully everybody can see that. If you can see that, can you please put a 1 in the chat? Then I know. Oh, no, you can't see it because I haven't added it yet. There you go. If you can see that, let me know. That'll be great. Put a 1 in the chat. Great time to be alive. Yes, it is, Tyra. It is. It is. I mean, with AI, look, a lot of people have different opinions about AI. Can you see it now, Nancy? I think because I didn't add it to the stage. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So great time to be alive, Tyler says. I appreciate the over-the-shoulder training. You have started something big. I'm glad about that, Tyler, because, often, people learn in many different ways, and over-the-shoulder is actually probably one of the best ways to learn. And that way, then you can identify with some of the things that I'm doing, and okay, that's what you click on, or that's how you do it. I have often wondered how you did this and how you did that. And so this is one of those. These are those type of sessions where, if you've been using, say, for instance, AI or some of the platforms, it gets, you can identify with what I'm doing, and you'll be able to catch on a lot more easier. Anyway, I'm going to create a design in ChatGPT. Now, this is just going to be a one-off design. Like, it's not going to be something that I practiced or anything like that. It's just going to be simply, purely just off the cuff. Now, the other thing is the design is going to be based on an event coming up, especially in the US. Now, remember, I said it's best to actually start, selling product in the US. If you're starting this out for the first time, start selling in the US, because that's where all the vendors are in terms of print on demand. Most of them, anyway. Some of them are scattered around the world, but most of them are actually in the US. So it's a nice, easy geographical area to actually start. And I guess if your design is actually really good and people are, sought after it, then you're going to get a huge audience over there. So the event coming up next month, which is the 4th of July, it's a really, really big event. Americans are very patriotic when it comes to the 4th of July, and they love to wear anything that symbolizes the American flag, the American eagle, the red, white, and blue colors, stars and stripes, anything like that, anything whatsoever that relates to, anything Americana. Americana is what people actually after, leading up to 4th of July. And that kind of starts something like about 7 weeks before the actual event. People start to look around for stuff because, I guess, a lot of people after Americana type sort of like T-shirts, socks, shoes, all that sort of thing. And so that's where you need to capitalize on it. Now, we're a few weeks away from the 4th of July, so it's good idea now to get started now, get a design, start creating a product, and then start promoting it. And you can do that really quickly. You don't really need a website. If you've got a website, that's great, but you don't really need a website, okay, to get started. You just use other platforms to actually promote your product. And I've covered a lot of this before. And we'll go over those platforms, well, just a couple of them anyway. So we're in ChatGPT. I want to create a design. I'm simply just sort of not. I'm fresh out of ideas. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to create. I'm just going to put in here. I want you to. Uh, I want you to create a inspiring, simple but effective design representing 4th of July. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything sort of like real detailed. I just wanted to create an inspiring, simple but effective design representing the 4th of July. That's it. All right. So if you think that you're going to have to put in all these, elongated prompts or anything like that, no, you don't. This is where you just need to start. You just need to start off simple. And then if you need to, then you start getting a little bit more detailed. But, ChatGPT, actually a lot of these AI platforms that actually create images are starting to get so intuitive that they kind of know what you're after. And, there's some words in there that I've used, like inspiring, simple but effective. It's a terminology. And representing 4th of July. Now, whatever that may be, the AI will actually pick up on it and it will actually create something to that effect. So let's give this a go and see what happens. I'm thinking everybody's probably anticipating what it's going to come up with. So here we go. It doesn't take too long. It's actually quite fast. I actually did a design before the other week, and it just was nice and quick. Okay, so this is the design. Would that look great on a t-shirt? Yeah, I mean, but see the sort of the square box sort of thing, it needs to be on a t-shirt that's quite dark, so that the background kind of sort of blends into the color of the shirt. But I can't really sort of do too many different colors of shirts with that particular design. So what am I going to do? So this is what I mean. You start off simple, just something simple, and then you've got here a prompt. We have a 4th of July that features a clear blue sky with fireworks, red, white, and blue. Okay, so I decided it's going to be fireworks and people celebrating. What I want to do now, I want to just change it a little bit. I want to go, let's do something around the American eagle. Okay, so it's pretty, pretty common. And let's just see what it comes up with. Now, I've actually sort of addressed this, this image. Now that there is actually not too bad. That is not too bad, and I quite like that actually. I mean, we'll probably have the flag going the other way, but that's, I think, it doesn't matter which side you look at it. It's gonna look right. So we've got fireworks going on. We've got the American eagle. The American eagle looks great. This the way that edged the blue is pretty cool. Which means that when you actually do put it on a shirt, it's going to look not too bad. But however, I'm kind of thinking I don't really want the fireworks, and I don't want the blue. So I'm just going to go. Please remove the background. Now, this might change the image completely, but I'll show you what you can do next. Okay. So it's doing a little bit of coding here. Okay, so it's actually understanding that that's the image. They need to actually try and make it transparent. So it's gonna remove the background. Now you probably won't see this. I'm going to click on this. It's asking me to download it, and I'm just going to have a look and see if it's all good. Sorry guys, you won't be able to see it. It's off. Oh, so let me have a look. Okay, you know what it's done? This is actually quite interesting. Okay, hang on. It's actually created me an image to put it into Photoshop, which is pretty cool. So that I can actually remove the background. Oh, not really what I wanted. I don't really want to muck around with any other tools. I just want an image. Okay. Okay, not what I want. Not quite what I wanted. Um, not quite what I wanted. I want you to actually, you know what? I'm not even going to type in there. I'm going to go into the picture. I'm going to click on this, and now I'm going to edit it here. Right, so I'm just going to go into, I'm going to go here. Let me just select this here. Now, they tell you to sort of go around the edges and that. I actually have seen before that when you, this is the brush, this is kind of like a selector really, this big sort of circle here. What I've done before, I've actually gone over the edges and all that and just put a simple prompt in there, and it did the rest. So I'm going to just go over the edges. I know you've probably seen, you don't go over the edges because it's probably going to remove it, and it probably will, but then it probably won't, and it probably won't even remove the background, but we'll just see. All right, I'm going to put in here, remove background, so that it identifies that the background and not the eagle or the flag. And let's just see what actually happens. Troubleshooting time. Yeah, troubleshooting time. So hopefully it doesn't actually get rid of the wings or the anything of the eagle or the flag. It just removes what's in the background. I don't know if it'll get rid of the sparks or the stars or the rockets. It may get rid of the blue. Not bad. Okay, so like I said before, it didn't really get rid of the eagle. I actually went over the edges. So pretty cool. It didn't do that, but it kind of actually added in an extra an extra sort of flag over there, which is not too bad. That's okay. But as you can see, there's still a bit of background in there. I am actually just going to, one more time, I'm just going to select that blue. I'm pretty rough here. I'm not giving much here for edges, as you can see. And I'm going to actually put in here, remove all the light blue colors. Color. Go color. And let's just see what happens. Now, if you have to do this, sort of like you have to repeat this continuously, I would just kind of flag it. I actually was kind of avoiding using Photopea or Photoshop. There you go. It's actually removed the blue. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's still got the sort of the stars in it. I could use that as a design. Right? I could use that as a design. Maybe if I put this in Photopea, I could get rid of this if I don't want that. All this area here, I could probably actually get rid of all this, but I mean, it doesn't look too bad. But anyway, the point is, with AI, you still may have to do a little bit of modifying, making changes, all that sort of thing. The great thing about AI that this design is a one-off. It's not repeated anywhere else. Even if I use the same prompt, it will come up with something completely different, right? Or maybe close to what it is, but it'll be different again. And as you can see, as I made the changes, there were things that, like, we never had the extra flag over here. All in all, that's not a bad design. Okay, it's not a bad design. You could use that, but I'm looking for something a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is that was ChatGPT, which uses DALL-E 3. Let's go to Meta AI, and I'm going to go back here. Actually, I'm going to get the same prompt here. Get the same prompt, and I'm going to go to Meta.ai, and I am going to create an image. I'm going to go paste. Let's go image instead of design. and then see what happens. I find Meta AI is really good as well in creating images, and it's pretty good in creating text too as well. It has the right spelling. All right, so this wasn't what I was after. I think I'm going to go back to design. Let's just do this again. Actually, we'll go new conversation. Let's just do this again. I'm going to stick with the design. I don't want to put a design that I can use for a t-shirt, because more often than not, it'll actually make put a design on a t-shirt and show the t-shirt as well, and that's not what I'm after. So I'm just going to do this design, and let's see what happens. What about it there? I enjoy watching you work out the kinks here. Yep. Look, happy birthday, America. I don't know, is that how you guys reference to 4th of July? I haven't really seen that before. We've got this here, we've got that there. Not quite what I was after, but yeah, nothing that's going to kind of give me a t-shirt design, something that I'm kind of thinking in my head. So at the end of the day, I wonder actually if I did here, maybe create the American flag as a backdrop. Flag as a backdrop to a Harley Davidson motorcycle in the foreground. Let's see what it comes up with. Now, if I still need to work on it a bit more, I'm actually gonna just move on to the next thing, which will be. Hey, that's not bad actually. We've got a bit of blend around the edges here. Kind of like it. No, well, that's wrong. That one there is wrong. That one's probably close. That one's close. I don't know how many stars in there, but could be more than 52. Or I don't know how many stars. Let's have a look at this. Let me just see if I can bring this up a wee bit. No, it's not coming up. I'm not going to zoom in here. I think I've had this problem before with. I like that one there, but let me just. Nothing's clickable. I'm just going to refresh this. I found this problem with Meta AI actually lately. Yeah, it's kind of like it's lags, and then sometimes things are not clickable. So I'm going to flag that. Okay, so I gave you a demonstration about how you could use AI to actually create images, but it'll take sort of like trial and error, and and prompting and reprompting and all those sorts of things. So what we want to do is we want to avoid all that. Let's make this a lot more simpler. Okay, let's go to Pixabay. Pixabay.com is where you can get free images. So let's just say I want 4th of July images. 4th of July, and let's just see what it comes up with. Okay, so we've got a lot of images in here that are 4th of July. You could probably use that on a t-shirt if you really wanted to sort of, have a playful sort of like reference to it. That's not a bad one. And that one there, I'm just wondering, you could probably sort of like remove the white background, but yeah, I'm kind of looking for something that's I can just put onto a shirt. That one there, could put that onto a shirt. That'll look pretty cool. It's simple, but could be effective. This one here, put that onto a shirt. The Liberty Bell, that there could go on a shirt. white shirt in particular, not a dark one, but you can use Photopea to whiten the lines rather than have them blue. That there, the flag, lots of good ideas. But the thing is that you're not gonna get a great selection when it comes to free photos, okay, or free images. Let's just see what people are saying in here. Make it full dress. Make it a full dress. Okay, I'm not sure what they mean. Make it a full dress Harley. Okay, I actually don't know what that means, but you obviously, I'm not sure what full dress Harley is. Oh, with saddlebags and maybe with hangers. Got you. All right. Yes, I could do that. I could spend time doing that. I want to try and make this as simple as possible for everybody. So we've got a few more other images here. I could use that and then remove the blue background simply in Canva. That wouldn't be a problem. What else have we got there? The flag, I think that's pretty cool. But there's some simple designs. All right, so now what we're going to do is this is the free version of Pixabay. That is a great design there on it. That will be great on the t-shirt. You can see that there's no background. What else have we got? All right. Now this is Pixabay. I'm going to move on to a platform that I use a lot of the times to get designs from. I don't, I could create my own designs, but I do a bit of both. I get designs from other places, but I also create designs, and I may get designs from other places and I change them a little bit, just things like that. But more often than not, that's a bit of a mixture. Okay, mixed bag of lollies as we call it. So I'm going to go to one that I actually use. Let me just get rid of these ones here, and that's this one here, which is depositphotos.com. Okay, let me just put that. I can't put it on the thing, but depositphotos.com is where I get my images from. Here they've got a buy now. You get 100 images for $80 US. That is. Now you might think, oh, that's quite a lot of money. Well, it's not really, because you can get vectors. You can get like really large images as well, and there's also, you'll get these tools here where you'll be able to remove the background and will keep the same resolution. If you did it in, say, for instance, in a free one like remove background, it'll actually remove the background, but then it'll actually make the resolution less, and then you have to pay more for higher resolution. So you'll have to pay extra. So even though it's free, it won't give you the high resolution that you're after. You also get a video background remover as well. You can do that. You've got the reverse image. You've got the free image upscaler, and there's the AI image generator. So each time you download an image, that's one taken away from the 100. Okay, but I think I've got 200, and I don't even think I've gotten through 20 just yet. I'm pretty selective, and as you will see. So I actually, this is one that I actually use a lot for, not just for designs on t-shirts, but all over print designs on t-shirts, all over prints on backpacks, stocks, all those sorts of things, because it gives you everything. It gives you like vectors, it gives you patterns, it gives you icons, it gives you everything. And when it comes to images, so here we are. Now let me go up to here. I'm going to go to my favorites, and you've probably just seen down here, I've got a whole lot of images related to to like American patriotism. So here is a whole lot of t-shirt designs, like even firefighter, things like that, to celebrate, all men that have actually courageously or have done courageous acts. And I think that represents, like sort of Independence Day, 4th of July, all that sort of thing. And I don't think they should be excluded, because I mean, back in, 9/11, they were the heroes. They were the real heroes back in those, back then, and they still are. But as you can see, here's another one here. You guys would have just had Father's Day. This here is a, like sort of a kind of a dual purpose, Father's Day plus, and 4th of July, combining the two. And because those 2 days are pretty much close together, only about a few weeks apart, this would make it a very, very popular shirt. Okay. Some more images here. Like you can see the amount of images that I've actually, these are ones that I've actually added to my favorite list. But then, when you start talking about 4th of July or Independence Day, all those sorts of things, you start getting into other areas that, most people don't sort of give much thought about. But here's the American flag with now, I don't know whether you guys call, I don't know what you guys call them. We call these trout. It looks like a trout to me. But this is someone who's actually into fishing, right? Or maybe angling. And so to have the American flag and to have something that represents his favorite pastime, let's just say, or his favorite leisurely activity, this would be a great T-shirt. All right, so now you're starting to delve into different areas. It's not just about we're not just going to have like if you like soldiers, veterans. We're going to have those two as well. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to reach a wider audience. And you have a look here, Native American, and then they've got the American flag at the back. Things like that. It will actually speak to somebody. So it's up to you. There's so many designs to choose from. You're probably going to have trouble trying to select which one, but pick out ones that you think, that would look great on a shirt. Now, these are all really made for shirt. The ones that I've chosen are basically all made for shirt. Okay. And there's so many different designs to choose from. But I mean, I like this one here, American Original. I love that one. That'll look great on the shirt. All American Dad. Love that one. That was another one like that up there. Proud to be an American. Here you have the Mount Rushmore and the Harleys. Anybody into Harleys? There'd be a lot of Harley lovers over there that would love a shirt with the American flag behind it, especially to wear on 4th of July or just any other day. Doesn't really matter. Could be any other day. And then, of course, we've got American football, which is synonymous to America. Patriots, I should say. We've got more and more and more. So you get the picture. Now, these are all royalty-free designs. Now, let's just say you got one of these designs, or even two designs, but one of the designs, people loved it. They wanted to buy it. I mean, that's $80. It's not going to look like a lot once you start selling T-shirts with that design on it. And if you sold 10, 20, 30 T-shirts with that design on, I mean, you wouldn't even think $80 was, you'll just think $80 was nothing really. You're actually selling shirts with that design on. And so you get exclusive rights to actually sell that design on a T-shirt, and it's royalty free. You're actually paying, so it's royalty free, but you're actually paying for it by simply taking advantage of this deal, or you can become a monthly member. I was a monthly member, right? And I think I was paying something like maybe about $39 US per month. In New Zealand, that's around about $50 or so. But then when these offers came out, I just bought the offer, $80. That was it. And I got 100 images. And then I could get another 80 if I want. So that's really probably the most cost-effective way to do it. And if you're looking at starting a business and all you had to do was put $80 into it, then why not? Because the next step The next thing I'm going to show you is that how you can actually create the design with that image and then put it onto a store without costing you anything, all right? And then promoting it. So let's do that. Let's go back. I want to go back to that image that I liked before. And I'm mindful of the time here, guys. We will actually probably need to break this up into 2 sessions because we actually have got another event on after this. But I'm going to be as detailed as possible going through this process. But this one here, the American original, I like that. I'm going to download that. So I'm going to click on there, and you can see I can get a super image, or I can get the bigger image. That's an extended license, I think. Up to about here is a standard license. And look at that size. We've got a 7,564 by 5,652. All right. So I'm going to download that one. That's one I'm going to download. What's the comments in here? Leader Dreams. Can you export products from one group card store to another? No. Short answer, no. Not within the group card itself, but if you're getting your designs done and say Printful or Printify, then it's just a matter of actually sending those images to your other your other store. But if you're trying to do because those Printful and Printify actually integrate with group card, but if you're using a different platform to that, then you can't. You'll have to just manually upload them. All right, I'm just going to save this image, and let's start. So that was the design. Let's start sort of creating. All right. I'm going to go to Zazzle. I showed this last week. Zazzle.com, really cool site. I'm going to quickly show you my store at the moment. This is my current store on Zazzle. I've only got a couple of products on there. I need to put more on. Just really busy. There you can see this is my public profile, if you like. And when they click on here, they'll see how many stores that I've got. They'll see only I've got one store with a couple of products in it. So you can have different stores, right? So I'm going to click on here, and keep in mind, Zazzle is where also people will buy stuff from. So if they like your design, they will buy it from your store. Okay, so there's a couple of designs. I had here this one here, which was Father's Day. This was last week that I had put that up. And this is one for 4th of July that I created myself. Okay, so this here, and well, when I say created myself, I'll tell you that the image here, I did that in Gemini. I created that in Gemini, but the fonts and everything else in the back was done in Canva, and I just added the image on top of the font. So this is my rendition of red, white, and blue, and then we've also got the army color there as well. And we have, which is pretty synonymous, a German Shepherd with kind of like a body armor type sort of like, or webbing on him, and obviously they've used dogs in the military or different forces, and so that's what that kind of represents. This would be speak out to somebody who's either already enlisted or currently in say the army, but also or could be a veteran, and may have been a dog handler, or has a love for dogs, has a German Shepherd, and just wants and that sort of thing. So you get the picture, but that was my own design. You won't find another one like this. I didn't get it from Deposit Photos. That was created in AI, and the rest was done in Canva. Right? So it gives you some idea how I mix it up a wee bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's go back. All right, so I'm going to go up here, and then I am going to create my own. I'm going to go clothing and shoes. I'm going to go here, t-shirts and shirts. Let's do this one here. All right, I'm going to do this one. Your image here. Okay, kind of like the same guy that I had in my other shirt. Now I'm going to put my image on it, All right, so I've got to put my customize this design. I'm going to upload my image, the one that I downloaded. Let me just get to that. Where are we? Okay, here we go. Now, I'm wondering, hopefully I can actually remove the background on this on here. So I want to remove the background. Background only. I'm kind of getting a bit lost here between this and Canva. Canva normally does it for me. Where is it? All right. All right. I actually thought I actually thought that it came without the background, so I'm a little bit sort of surprised. Let me just go back to here. I'm going to go to tools, and I'm going to go to background remover. I'm going to upload that file that I downloaded before. And see there's the video of Ching Yu. I've removed the background from the video. For those who know Ching Yu. What's people saying in the chat? Do you answer questions? Yeah, I think I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I answered your question before, Leader Dreams, about can you export products from one GK store to another? And simple answer was no. Do you answer questions? Okay. Oh, maybe. Okay. Anyway, look. Now I've got I should have the background removed on that. You can see it's still kept the same resolution. Going to quickly download that. Okay. All right, just going to put that in there. Let's go back to here. And then I'm going to delete that one. And then I'm just going to upload that image that I removed the background with. If I can find it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Okay, so what it's doing at the moment is actually telling me to I don't know. I've got it. There it is. Okay. I'm uploading this image, hopefully. It's uploading. Here we go. All right. And then I'm just going to go done. And there it is on the shirt. Probably the shirt may be a little bit too dark for it. But let's have a look at some of the colors and see how they look. I would say this would be probably better on a sort of like a whiter color. But, you know, like I kind of like it. Ooh, I don't know about that one, but anyway, I kind of like it. That one there is really cool. This one here, I think, would be good. Here's more. That one kind of blends into the background. This is a really good color. Blue. This is another blue. I'm not too sure what type of that is. A Carolina blue. And pink. That looks great on pink. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stick with this and just leave it like how it is. And that's it. I'm gonna, you know, and also too, another feature of this is they've got a video. So you can actually click on here and it will just do a little video of the guy wearing your shirt. Well, that's the back part anyway. And here's the front part. All right. Let's just have a look to see what it looks like on this color here. I like this color. Okay. The pink was good. The blue was good. Yeah, that was good. That stands out. But yeah. that little movement, that little video with your design on it. It's really cool. And so, you know, from here, what I can do now is I can sell it. And I put all the titles, everything in there, the descriptions. I use ChatGPT for that. So if I wanted to, say, for instance, start a new chat, and I wanted ChatGPT to write me something about this design, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the design that I just created, or downloaded, I should say. I'm going to add that design. Let me get there first. Go. And I'm just going to say to it, what do I need? I need a title, a description. What else do I need? Some tags. Okay. So I need a title, a product title. I need a description, and I need some tags. So what I'm going to do is go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to say, write me the attached is a design that I will be using on a t-shirt. Write me create a product title, description, and tags for this t-shirt design. And so this is where ChatGPT comes in real handy. Right, so it's seen the design. I should actually use the one with the white background. American Original Eagle. Okay, cool. So we could have American Original Eagle t-shirt. Show your patriotic spirit with our American Original Eagle t-shirt. This high quality, comfortable t-shirt features a bold design and distressed look, highlighting the words American Original beneath a majestic eagle and stars. Perfect for those who take pride in the American heritage. This t-shirt is great for casual wear, Independence Day celebration, so it's picked up on that. Or any occasion where you want to show off your love for the USA. Made from soft, durable fabric. Well, I think all fabric is soft anyway, but durable fabric. It ensures both comfort and longevity. Available in various sizes to fit all. To fit all proudly American individuals. And these are all the tags. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be doing, and I won't do that today actually, I will do this next week. I will be putting the title and that description that it gave for me and all those tags in there, and then we'll be moving on to the next step, which is post it. Okay, the other thing is you can actually create the percentage you want. Right, guys, look, that's it for this week, because I am quickly running out of time, because there's a couple of things a couple of events I want to talk about before we go today. There's one coming up straight after this. So I'm just going to share our calendar. So you will find this calendar if you go to groove.cm/resources. That's groove.cm/resources. Let me just make sure, because I didn't know we did have a bit of an issue with that at one stage. Yep, still goes there. Okay, so you go to groove.cm/resources, go to join exclusive events. Once you click on that, you will come to our calendar. And here we are today. Here it's the 20th of, so it's Thursday, the 20th of June. I'm just about to finish up my session, which is a GLU session. But we do actually have AI fundamentals that is coming up right probably in another 6 minutes. So if you want to go and join that, it's a free workshop with Chinyu Tan, and it's about AI fundamentals. And if you don't know much, or you want to know more about AI on how to sort of use it and prompting and things like that, I would suggest come on over, join us on that. If you click on there, so if you come to the calendar, you click on that event, you will see the 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 URL where you can actually register, all right, for free. So if you click on that and then go over there. Now, what we do actually have at the simultaneously, we do actually have another event that's running alongside this same time, and it's this one here, which is synergize your opportunities and knowledge. SYOK is an online course designed to equip business leaders, all right, business leaders and entrepreneurs with tools to build and leverage strategic partnerships for suitable growth. All right, so now we've actually got 2 events going on. It's going to be a bit of a hard choice. I'm going to be at AI Fundamentals. It's not to say that I'm pretty interested in that one too. And also, this is not a live event. This is actually a webinar. It's a replay of a live that we did not so long ago, and it was hosted by Ching Yu Tan, and it was about our mastermind retreat, which is coming up in November, and it's going to be in Tokyo, Japan. These are awesome retreats, by the way. It's all about actually developing your skills as a business leader. Also, if you wanted to get into, as a to probably journey into speaking, which is something that I just seen a question in there. Biaro, no, they're not. They're not recorded. Sorry. You're going to have to make a choice which one you want to. The only one that's actually recorded is the webinar, but the other 2 events, no, they're not recorded. They are actually live, but they're not recorded. There won't be a replay provided. But anyway, look. So just getting back to the mastermind, it's in Tokyo, Japan. It's for 5 days. You can come over early and leave later so that you get to spend more time in Japan. It'll be 5 days of lots of different things that we're going to be going through. I've been on the last 2 breakthrough retreats or mastermind retreats over in Malaysia. One that was in Langkawi Island, Resort Island, and another one that was in April last year. The other one in October last year was actually in Port Dickson, which is in Kuala Lumpur, or Malaysia, but not far from Kuala Lumpur. So we went over there. There was another resort hotel, if you like, right by the sea. They were both by the sea, and it was awesome. Like, I mean, the knowledge that you get from some of these speakers, to be able to engage with them and to ask them questions and rub shoulders with them. These guys are international speakers. We're going to have Simon Leong, who's the Google insider. He worked at Google for years. He was responsible for the team that actually created the algorithm for Google back in the early 2000s. Then you got Ching Yu Tan, who's our AI expert, knows everything about AI. And so if you want to know more about it, you get to talk to him in person. And then you've got JJ Fernandez, who's actually in his own right, he's a superstar, he's a pop star, if you like, ex-radio DJ in Malaysia. Lots of people, I heard it all the time. We used to get stopped by people in the street. Hey JJ, can I get a selfie with you? And they grew up listening to him in the breakfast show and things like that. But he's an actor as well, and he's a business entrepreneur. He owns his own businesses. So and he's an expert on communication. And so if you want to get to rub shoulders with him, think about come join us for this breakthrough retreat. But if you want to know more about it, before you make up your mind or you want more information, then head over to this link here and actually join the webinar. Okay, so that's the mastermind retreat.club /TKY webinar. But of course, just come to our calendar and click on it and register. All right, we'll get onto it fairly quickly because that's going to be starting soon. I'm going to leave it at that. There is another one coming up on Saturday. I'm going to just leave it at that because that's enough for today. It gives you guys an opportunity to shoot over to any one of those right now before, or just catch it as it starts. So that's me for this week. Remember, next week we'll go more into promoting their product and getting up and running. So there will be a part 2. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish it off today, but there will be a part 2. So we'll resume that next week. But for now, thank you for joining us and have a great week. Bye for now.
You gotta get into the groove.